Itagata kogeny ketestai ak tetutiet nebo Kass Mashinani ole kibendi agoi kebeberta nebo Kosele eng kebeberta bunge nebo Kasipul eng county nebo Homa Bay ole tesetai kong'ololjin sirikab logoiwek minister nebo ripsetab kalyet eng emet orit Kipchumba Murkomen kotinygei ak tetutik chebo ripsetab kalyet eng lewenisiet nemining nebo by-election nekiyoe eng betutab mutai ko 4 kasi eng komoswek 22 eng emet komugul. Kokonu ng'alalenyi Murkomen eng sirikab logoiwek kotinygei ak chobutik chetindoi kebeberta nebo police koker kole karibok kalyet eng lewenisionoto. Kongebe agoi kebeberta nebo Kasipul asikenyoru ng'alaletab Murkomen.
Thank you very much. Are you guys ready? Thank you, members of the press. We are here in Kasipul. The DIG Administration Police Service, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli. We have our regional police commander leading the regional security team in this region, and the county security team led by the county commissioner. As you are aware, tomorrow we are having by-elections across the country. One of such constituency is Kasipul, where we are. We came here to assess the security preparedness. We have had a good meeting with our regional and county security team. Our desire is to make sure that as much as possible we protect the citizens of this country as per the requirements of the Constitution, so that they can exercise their constitutional rights to vote in a peaceful environment, to vote for the leaders they like to vote with, to make the expression in the ballot without any fear or intimidation. Kenyans will know that we lost a member of parliament of this constituency in a tragic event that is still being handled in the courts by a legal process. We also know that in the run-up to these elections, which is going to happen tomorrow, we have witnessed cases of violence between campaign teams and competitors. And we also know that I was here just a few months ago on the issues of security, and we know that this region has continued to witness the challenges that are related with goods. There is a rising phenomenon where it's not just this region, but all over the country. We have by-elections in Nairobi, we have it here, we have in Bere, we have in Western, in Kakamega, and also in Bungoma. And there is a rising behavior where aspirants are utilizing the services of goons to intimidate their opponents. I must say this, that we want to restore the confidence of the people of Kenya in the electoral process by making sure that these by-elections are peaceful and that they are being managed by the National Police Service, not by goons. I see many as aspirants and their supporters across the country saying that, and I saw even a leader of one of the political parties saying will be out there to protect our vote. There is no responsibility given to any civilian to protect any vote. All civilians, all voters, all Kenyans have a right to vote. Provision of security is the preserve of the National Police Service. And I must warn everyone, all those people who are preparing to bring goons to polling stations and tallying centers, I warn you that you will face the full force of the law. The National Police Service is prepared to arrest all goons, all criminals, all persons who are intending to disrupt peaceful elections in our country. I must assure the people of Kenya that from these by-elections and all the way to the next general elections, the people of Kenya must know that the National Police Service will impartially protect them to ensure that everybody can express their views. And therefore, I want to ask women, persons with disabilities, the old, who are fearing that they will not come to vote because they will be attacked by goons, that we have put in place proper security measures, and we have proper provision of police officers in every polling station and all the tallying centers to make sure that Kenyans go about their business safe. I want to also address these people who are going to Kisumu, to Nairobi, and to other counties to hire and recruit goons to come and disrupt elections here and other places, whether it is Siaya, Malava, and Mbere, or Karibangi in Nairobi, or in Magarini. I want to tell them that don't try that. We are going to take very stern action against the financiers, the transporters, anybody who owns a probox or a motor vehicle or a matatu, or which is going to be hired to ferry goons. Apart from arresting the goons and arresting the planners and financiers, we will also arrest the transporters, because those are part of the enablers. So I warn all car owners, transportation companies, and persons who are facilitating the ferrying of goods that they need to stop forthwith, because we will take very stern action. In the last Mandamano, we had some people ferrying goons who burned police stations and burned people's houses, and we charged them for terror. And you need to consult them to see the consequences they faced. I still maintain my stand that anybody who is intending to commit violence with an intent of with the intention of intimidating voters not to come and vote and spreading fear, that person is not just a criminal, but is a potential terrorist. And therefore, we will take the highest legal action to make sure that we protect the voters and to protect the vote. And we mean it. We mean it. And I want to ask all the voters of Kenya, all the voters in this constituency, voters in different places where we have by-elections in wards and constituencies and counties, that please exercise your right peacefully. Once you vote, go home. There is no business that you are protecting any vote. We will not allow loitering around polling stations in the name of protecting votes or canvassing. Once you finish with your vote, go home, wait for the results. In any case, there is no value in going to loiter around a tallying center, because elections end in a polling station and the results are already known and they are protected. You don't have to carry them physically to the tallying center. It can be tallied anywhere and it can be announced anywhere. It doesn't have to be that you're going to interfere with the tallying center for you to get anything. You get nothing. With the technology applied in elections now, you know that the polling station is the final station. So you can't tell us that you're waiting at a tallying center to protect our vote. There's nothing to protect. The vote ends at the polling station, and it is counted and announced in the polling station. I want to request everybody to keep peace and to go home, wait for your candidate. If he succeeds, you celebrate. If he doesn't, you plan for the next elections. That's all I'd like to say. Yeah.
One question. There have been accusations.
Who told you I'll take questions?
There have been concerns of allegations, let me say that, from the opposition that security agencies have taken a partisan position. A case in point is what happened in Narok, where the opposition claims that the police were involved in stopping them holding the final rally. What is your response on that?
It is expected, of course, that some people make just allegations, and those are unsubstantiated allegations. First, the situation of Narok was very clear. When we realized that there was going to be a clash between two groups, and the National Police Service realized as such, the security team advised that both camps should stop the violent rallies, because it was turning violent. So one partner wanted to continue anyway, yet the other agreed to follow the advice of the County Security Committee. So it was for the benefit and for the protection of the same people who are complaining and the Kenyans who wanted to turn up for the rallies peacefully. We were protecting them against the violent confrontation what was going to ensue because of this very same issue that I've told you, that some people were mobilizing young people to engage in acts of violence so that then they can blame in the police service. At least we are happy that someone is blaming us at the comfort of his house peacefully, no injuries, no death. It would have been a different story if we had allowed the situation to proceed and people die. People would have asked, where was the intelligence, where were the security, why did security take preventive action? So we are happy to take every preventive action. That's why we're here today, because we want to take preventive actions instead of waiting until something happens for you to come and give explanations as to who caused it and who was organizing and so forth. Every information the National Police Service gets, every intelligence information received will be acted upon so that we can avert any crisis. You know, in security sector, people don't realize the work the security team is doing until something goes wrong. But when everything is peaceful, people think that it's just peaceful for the sake of it. They say that ukiona vyaelea vimeundwa. So there are people behind the security team that are making things work. And if they tell you, please avoid this route, avoid that route, because it's for the benefit of the people. And then they run away. Yes, that's why that's why we're happy to communicate through this medium. We want to assure the people of Kenya and people of Kasipul and the other polling areas in Ugunja, in Malava, all the way, Magarini, Mbeere North, Dagoretti, I mean not Dagoretti but Kariobangi, yes I think, yes in Nairobi, and Tana River. We want to assure them that we are coming out for your good. Even if you see police officers tomorrow, and that is the message I want the people of Kasipul to know. If we see areas where the police are patrolling, heavy police presence, police vehicles, it's because it's for your own good. It's better to see the police than to see the goons. So areas where we fear that there would be planned, some people will have planned violence, or where people are planning chaos, we would like to deploy as many police officers as possible. So we want to forewarn our people to appreciate that there might be cases where in some areas you will see heavy police presence. It is not there for against the people. It's for your own good, to guarantee your right to vote and to make sure that you have a peaceful environment for you to exercise your constitutional right. I will take the last two, I think the lady and yourself. Yes, yeah. So there was okay. First, let me say that in terms of, and it's very good that you asked me that question. There have been cases where police officers attached to VIPs have misused their firearm, sometimes almost to their own detriment. You know, sometimes they can easily find themselves in the way of harm because of how they have used their firearm. So let me say this, that any security measure taken by the National Police Service is, as I say, to avoid a crisis. If a police officer attached to VIP is working with goons, what is the best thing to do is to, first of all, get them away from this crowd of goons so that we can be able to deal with the goons decisively. And I want to warn all police officers, including those attached to VIPs, that the fact that you have been attached to a certain VIP does not make you part and parcel of his campaign, part and parcel of his ideologies, part and parcel of his criminal plans. You need to know that at any one time you remain an officer of the National Police Service. So if there are any people who have been withdrawn, it must be in relation to the planned violence and the recent violent confrontations, and the fact that some of these police officers have been found in the middle of goons, facilitating goons, transporting, hiring. And it's not enough that they have been withdrawn. Their disciplinary action will be taken against them. And if the charges are proven, they will lose their jobs. They will be relieved of their responsibilities within the National Police Service. So it's not enough even to complain that they have been withdrawn. It may also be that those police officers may never go back to their jobs if it is found that they were facilitating violence in any part of our country. So those are security measures. Those are efforts that we are trying to take to avert violence tonight and tomorrow, because we know we have the National Police Service and the security team have the intelligence, and they know who is doing what where, and that's why such measures must be taken. As to whether police officers will be involved in interfering in elections, we want to ask every Kenyan, if you see a single police officer interfering with any voter, please report to their commanders or report to us or share the information publicly through the media, because we do not encourage any police officers to engage themselves on electoral malpractices. The job of the police officer is just to maintain law and order and facilitate Kenyans to exercise their constitutional rights. I thought she was. Are you still asking? You answered. Okay, thanks. Finally, Ben.
Yeah, I'm asking, are you saying that this is a exact reason for theirs?
I am aware that not just Natembea, but I'm aware that a number of VIPs on both sides of the political divide, their security have been withdrawn by the National Police Service, because they have the National Police Service have a report that their officers or the officers attached to them are involved in criminal activities. Some who may be seen to be leaning to one side of political divide have chosen to keep quiet and not to share publicly what the police have done. I've seen some have decided to go public. It is not only one person whose security has been withdrawn. It is a number of people, and in both political sides, because we want to make sure that nobody is shot by a police officer in the name of he was protecting these goons or was protecting his boss. In any case, there is no boss tomorrow in Kasipul. The people are the bosses, and they are going to elect their boss. So everybody who is here, who was campaigning for a party or whatever, now your job is done. If you are an election observer, you have a right to become an election observer. If you have an agent, a registered agent, you do your work as an agent. Everybody else who is around loitering and trying to interfere with the elections will be treated as a suspect, like all other suspects.